say? How are we today? We'll wait a bit for some people to come on here. And I have like 4 of these, so I'm not wearing the same. They're all, I wore them out. I love Winnie the Pooh, and I love, mainly I love Snoopy. Yeah. So, let me introduce myself to everyone. I'm a 63-year-old woman. I do researches, investigate certain areas, and my name is Elder Medicine Bear Claw. If you're interested in knowing something, come on in. Come on in and let's talk. Tell me what you know. If you feel that I'm wrong, you can address it, and I can add you to the board here with me, and we can talk about it. So now let's wait for some people to come in and talk about certain topics. Here's one I want to talk about. Do people believe in the wormhole? Muscles. Okay. I'll wait some people. Come on in. Come on in. Don't be afraid. Listening and watching ain't gonna hurt. I'm not gonna destroy you by listening or even asking a question or two. So, and if you want, you can discuss if something that you have a topic that's on your mind and you're not sure about it. We can speak of it. Yep, I'm still losing a lot of hair. Didn't think I'd be losing any hair anymore. I am trying so hard to place orders. I did send out the boxes, so hopefully, people will like to. Oops. All right. I did make some beaded bands. Turquoise is also good. It grounds you with Mother Earth. It protects you also. And I just want to make sure a lot of the natives, my relatives, we wear a lot of turquoise. So, but it's okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll talk to myself then. And whoever watches, they watch. It's no biggie. I know everybody could be busy. So. Um, for what we were told from the wormhole about beings disappearing in the ocean and also Mother Earth. They say that from World War One and Two, they have noticed that documentation was saying about there's a worm hole that can take and swallow you up. So I wanted to come on here and see who liked it. But anyway, I also wanted to come on here and talk about the Satangas. I have gotten 2 emails saying that does a Satanga have spirits with them? Of course. Are they intentional bad or are they good? I will say they can be both depending on the area. If the land has a lot of evilness, then it can be. But it doesn't take control of the Satanga. The Satanga takes control of itself. People say, well, what do you mean a Satanga? Satanga, in our native language, go by many, is Bigfoot, Sasquatch, hairy man. Good morning, Marcy. Thank you for joining. I won't be here long. I just got another sour taste in my mouth. And when I pick up trolls that come around, when I do that, I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to waste my time. Because I pick up everybody's energy and sometimes their thoughts, and I'm sorry about that. I try to block it as much as I can. Yesterday, I picked up few, and some of them were not very good spirits. Some like to steer the bowl. And I'm like, okay, you want to steer the bowl and not make sense. I'm not sure. I wasn't really going to go live. I wanted to have a day off. But I said, my husband told me, don't give up just because there's a few rotten eggs. You never have given up. Why do you want to give up now? Who knew how to sign first? The Satanga or a native? I will say the Satangas. For what I've been told from my elders, my family. A lot of my relatives, and I'm talking all tribal, we all have learned speaking different tongues. In other words, different languages. And it has to go when introducing each other. When, like, the great grandfather of my mom's side said that when he was hunting, he came across one. And he looked and he stopped and he spoke sign language. But again, many Satangas don't speak sign language. They just either speak their gibberish or they speak the language that they're from the community. My great grandfather did sign, and he said that he had many communications with the Satanga. So again, I'm not sure about Mike. I can say I'm confirmed about both. because many other relatives told me the same thing. Some of the elders said, well, the Satangas did sign because they will connect with other people. And I was like wondering if other people do sign language with the Satanga, is it better for them or just speak out loud? Say I'm over there looking at something and I'm not sure if it's a bear or a human. So what I'm doing is I'm sign, who are you? But again, if they're not signing back or anything, then why others can't learn? So maybe signing in is very different, or they have a hard time. I know that signing makes people mad sometimes, or they can't hear. But many go up mountains and try to speak, but very angry, very angry, very angry. And you lose energy, and trying to communicate is hard sometimes. We knew how to sign these and good morning, JCP. How are you, dear? That's a shame to have to deal with. Oh, good morning, Tails. Good morning. Danse. Robin, you were on my mind early this morning at 4 a.m. I hope everything's good with you. Okay, if anyone wants to pop in, tell me about their sighting or what makes you to be excited about Bigfoot, Sataga, Sasquatch, Hairy Man, Ape Man, Shahu, and the Dogman. Unless you want to talk about more of entities like the rake, the it, the wingalow. We can speak of many things. If you care to come on here and join me, and if not, that's fine. I know that I do have some things I got to get going and doing later on. So, what I was saying earlier, because it was brought up to my attention, if I knew anything about the wormhole, how boats and airplanes are swallowed up from the sea or on Mother Earth. Now, I believe there is many holes and many caves. Some are not with others, and some are. But again, we all are different. We weren't all meant to be the same. Our Father, the Creator, and Mother Earth had said one man, one woman, and will continue on. And I believe that things try to do more, but then it becomes very hard to accept from other families. Now, let's get back to the Satangas. If you feel that a Satanga comes to your home and wants to destroy your area, do you think it's intentional or just trying to feed itself? Do you believe they want to harm humans? Or do you believe that they try somehow to communicate? Or do they try to communicate with you? Because everybody has different opinions and everything, and I know that. And I also know that many people were raised in different ways. As myself, being an indigenous native, we always, even with other relatives, have different opinions. So when we sit at the circle, we ask, what is truth? The people say this, but we say this. So shall we go and confront the people and ask for their counsel to meet with us so we can confirm each other's? Or, and believe me, over many years they done this. But again, people were taking over many of our lands and had left us to go to these schools. And I will say, yes, my mother was one of them. I mean, my mother got separated one time, but my grandmother didn't give up. She fought. This is one reason why a lot of us Native don't live on the res no more, because we want what's ours. Mama Rainfeather, same thing. She had many Caucasian parents until she got older, like around 9 or 10, that noticed that they were completely different because how the school was saying you were taken from the Americans so you can learn to be American. Well, she was born on the res, and the parents had to make choices. Some were killed, some weren't, but children were taken by the people because they wanted their land. 1830 to 1850. This is what they did to my relatives. And many say that over years learning, and even back then there was Bigfoots and Dogmen and Rakes, Wingalos, the Its, the Chavacala. They've never left. They've always been here. Mama Rainfeather said that that's when she started leaving little by little. She packed up a bag, a leather bag, put things in there, and then hide it. And she said one time there was a big tall, and it was not a bear. She said it looks so tall that it scared her at one time. Then she sat there, and she was 10 years old, and she sat there and told me, she said, I've seen him. He spoke to me asking, why am I here? So telegraphic, he was telling her in her mind. And she said that she could hear him clearly like he was speaking. Many Sitangas will try to communicate with you. What do you want in these woods? What do you want in our home? But many don't understand why. So Mama Rainfeather told me, not just your mother and myself and other relatives that had to go through all this hardship from the people taking the land, and then finding out that there's creatures out there and that they didn't know. They thought we were the demons because we lived out in land, and I mean we pretty teepees and small brick homes from made out of dirt and twigs, leaves. Made ovens that way too. And that's how pretty much they lived. Excuse me. Privacy, respect. So, in time, many people don't understand. So, as we got older, we try to teach the young that many things are out there before you know, that other people will say, you do not understand. I totally believe that from hearing all the stories from my elders and the elders before that, my mother and my great grandfather. They say, oh, they might take the land, but they will not receive it. You know why? Does anybody know why? I don't think they work to harm people. Depends on the type of person. Maybe they are trying to talk to some people, I believe. You know, Robin, you got a good point. Yes, I believe that too. Don't say Red. How are you? And if anyone thinks I'm being kind of rude or by saying people, if you really listen to a lot of the videos that we have gathered, we say actually white people. But not trying to be racist, but this is how my elders were met with them. So I come to terms because many people have messaged me saying that I'm being rude. I'm not being rude, honestly. I'm being told what I was told by many elders in my family. But so I turn it around and say Americans. I am American. I was born and raised here in the United States. Many people, I've got emails saying too, are you immigrant? Do you have a green card because ICE is coming? I understand your intentions to give the warning. I'm born here. I was born in a hospital in Nevada. Like I said before, I said it yesterday, I'm always saying my other channels. I mean, my other videos. Yes, I was born here. And going back and forth to the res is because we had family there that didn't want to leave because they were scared. Why were they scared? People. And this is what I tell my mother. I'm sorry you've gone through so much, but I will take care of you. And I took care of my mother since I was 14 years old. I got a job. I became a nurse at 15, learning at the VA in Moffat. So that's a military base. Hands-on, that's what they did in the old days. You got to learn that way before you learn books and computers. That tells you how old I am. I'm old. But my mind is not. I have many stories that I like to tell, but some people, they like, why? Or I'm not understanding. Maybe because we have lived in different lifestyle. Yes, I was poor. And I'm not afraid to shame it. Say it because even today, we're still making by. We have enough to survive and feed all our children. even the children from the street that I raised. I have 3 blood children, but I have 15 children that I raised that were not mine. And I also helped them go to college. This is, I tell them who they are. And that, you know what? And they love me. We put beds, bunk beds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, or 2. Raising someone else's child until they're 18, 19, willing to leave, and explaining to them what their adopted mother likes to do. Mind you, now I'm jumping on to do different stories now, but it seems like every time I say something, they ask me a question about this, or they want to know truth. Well, I am telling you the truth. I can take a lie detector if you like, if I have one. But again, I like to give facts of truth. I got an email. You don't look 63. Well, thank you. But yeah, I am 63. I was born in 62. I'm actually a Halloween baby. I was supposed to be born on the 31st, but I came a couple days early. I get a lot of hate mail saying that, and I don't really share with you, but I think I'm going to put my stories to the side and I'm going to one-on-one or 1 in 1,000. Yes, I am full blood Blackfoot, however you guys understand it. I go to my rest to help my people there. Just how I go to help you people to be protected. It took me many years to fight with my relatives and the elders and council to get approval for protection medicine bag, because many don't believe that people should have them. I say, but they don't understand what is out there, but we do. We try to protect some people, because not all people are them from the old days. It's the children that learn. Maybe some might, but most not. When you send hate mail like this, saying that the Amiga or immigration's coming after me, I'm going to tell you, bring it on. Head force, bring it on. Because I got every document you want. I don't need to prove anything to anybody in this world, this earth, Mother Earth. When I talk to my Satangas, I tell them there's many trouble going in this state. If you people can actually go in the woods by yourself, stay there from day to dawn, no lights, and walk. And listening to different sounds, do you believe you'll be okay? Do you believe you can make it from one side 100 miles different? Or do you believe you can make 10 miles and make a circle come out the same way you came in? I asked this person many times, challenge me, and I still give you the answer, but yet you cannot spit out. So I should say something. My children have done that too. They test me. And I tell them, don't do that. Because sometimes things will come out. The words that come out and might hurt your feelings. Everybody has feelings. I have feelings. I get very deeply hurt when someone in here is very having a bad day or is having anxiety, I can pick it up. I tell myself, do not read nobody, but I can't help it because something inside you is sending me. Even you're not, you're just sat watching me, but I can feel it. It's sending me signals, sending me signs, image. And I try so hard not to. But again, when we're here to speak of Satangas, the Wingalo, all cryptid, even the spiritual orbs, the spirits that walk around Mother Earth, I try to give you the advice and try to help you. But some say, oh, you're BS, you're full of poop. That's funny because that's what I always feel someone's saying here. And then they leave because they're tired of me talking already. And then they go to the next one, and that's fine. This is how a lot of the people hear many, many things and then go talk to someone else, and they create more, and they create more. The next one, create more. Now, how do you imagine that the Satan is going to do that? I don't believe that. I think humans' actions sometimes go off the wrong way. That's humans. Me, you, other people. But again, there are some that don't believe that many people have on their own backyard Bigfoots. If you're like, I live on the outside of a city. I'm on the diamond of different small little countries. We call them little country towns. And we have a power line going right up between all 3 points. And we have a canal. Do you believe they even go in the canal? They do. And when it comes to an end, then they get up and they go on foot. Sometimes I think many people like to hurt other people. And the Satangas, they pick that up. You've had so much anger. Why can't you relax? What is it that person did to you when you got so hurt? I try to help many people understand the things that are here in the ocean, above the sky, and what is around us. But if one thinks they're smarter than me, I'm glad you're smarter than me. Maybe you can tell me something that I might not know. And listen, but don't come at me at full force and talk all kinds of baloney. I'm here to help many people understand what these creatures are about. They're beautiful creatures. Some say that, oh, there's no dragons. Yes, there is. There are dragons. There's dragons in the woods. If my husband's right there, who's touching the tools? Hold on. No tayo siya kaya nene. What's the light? Oh, sorry. Let's see who came. I'm sorry. Okay, CP. Communications, but depending on the things. Yes. Um, I don't think they want to harm people. No, I believe that too. I don't think they want to harm us at all. It depends on the type of person you are. Very so right. Maybe they are trying to talk to some people and believe they protect their home area like we do. There, of course, there are many that do protect um, an area, and it can be because of the older people. And then when the older people that have lived there for so long, they had maybe some kind of pathic protection over them. And when the young people come not understanding, maybe they're thinking that they're trying to harm them. No. But then too, if you have the young that are willing to listen, pay attention, and learn, then that next generation will have a communication better with that creature. Not much on any revision either. Some opportunities. Robin, I agree. They don't want to, but they have prepared for defendants. You know, the Satangas have been here longer than human beings, and they will do what they please because they belong to Mother Earth. And actually, we're creatures to them. People don't like me saying that, but it's the truth. If we can't properly speak to humans, how do you think they see the actions, how people are? Now, I know that many people get drunk, and same thing with the natives. That's what oh, your people's always drunk. I am so sick of it and tired. This was one of the topics this morning that I was lit. Why do you always got to blame the natives? I think everyone. There's a time that they don't care about themselves and they want to drink away. It's not just the natives, it's every person, every people on this earth. You know, I protect all and I try to communicate with all. I really do try to give everyone the chance. But sometimes you have this one person thinks that they know it all and they could be 40 years younger than me or even in the early 30s. God forbid you have made mistakes yourself and learning in all books and Googles. May the Creator bless you because you're doing the education. That's good. But don't come off strongly about other people. That's bad. Then you have another person that just wants to drink, 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 and then don't say nothing. And then that person, another person comes back and attack that person because that person only wants to drink away. Is it anyone's business? No, but you feel like you want to help this person to open his eyes a little, to allow his body nutrient back in because you're damaging your organs, right? Right. But we can't stop it. Only that person can. Just like a satanga. Can we stop that satanga from being aggressive? Why is he being aggressive? Are you pushing too hard or are you bringing out firearm? Things like that. That's how people like to make other people's life miserable because it's bouncing like a magnetic. You don't want to do that. It all bounces to them. I'll tell you who feeds off it. All evil creatures, all bad spirits, they feed off it. Oh, yes, get more angry. It's more making me more powerful. Honestly, that's how it is. I will let you know, Robin. Hello, Jackie, my bestie. I think if people are going to look for Sasquatch or anything in the woods, they should try to communicate with them first before going in different places just to see what. I agree, CP. I agree. Some of even my people, my own relatives too, I tell them the same thing. Before you're going into someone else's state and to do a research, investigate an area, um, are you communicating with them? And they'll tell me yes, but some that go with the group, not so. Now, mind you, I have been bedridden for like close to a year and a half due to the cancer and then the broken leg. Now, I will be going to back east, and I'm looking forward to do investigation. I want to research certain areas. Um, I have been communicating with my clans to let their family know, and believe me, they come together too. They do. One will meet at a certain point, and the other will come and they discuss, or they can portal. And I asked about a portal. Do you guys? Yes, they do. Long as there is high energy, high power, they can. Unless they are going to help someone find out what is there and how to keep peace. Satanga does try to keep peace in Mother Earth because my four clans have told me this. But yet, their own clan, their own family members too clash because sometimes there are war because they want a certain area, so they're trying to reclaim it. Or if they're trying to claim a woman or children in their species because they're trying to enlarge. This is what they do every time, every year they do this. Um, but that has nothing to do with us, right? So we always, the people, try to look, try to hear. Now, people say they know what a dog man's howl is. It's more like how you hear a dog and a wolf. Now, the howl, well, it's very high pitch. Some people were telling me, well, do they sound like a javelina or a wild boar? No. But we were told by scientists, well, you're asking me, I'm telling you my opinion, then go to their opinions. If you cannot believe either one, then learn to walk into Mother Earth and listen, because that's what they made me do when I was young. If anybody haven't noticed, I got new glasses and making my vision very dizzy because I have to go like this. I don't have the bifocal line no more, and what do you call it? Persimmon, because it's 1, 2, and 3. That's how I feel. Oh, I can see better this way. Then this way is for distance, for cross, and that's for bottoms. I think everyone is struggling a little bit. I think everyone is struggling a little. Times have gotten tougher. Groceries are a lot more expensive, and so is gas. I agree with that, Marcy. And it's just like the Satangas too. All creatures. They're gonna try to form to get, I mean, polar bears, bears, snakes, squirrels, birds, eagles, hawks, crows, ravens, blue jays, the fairies, the giants, the village people, the dragons. They all go through the same thing we do. We all have this almost the same thing. Even relatives, or maybe your relatives, and to stay warm, what do you think they have to do? They have to kill to get the fur. This is true. But if you are living off grid, that's what you do to stay alive. You're a natural to begin with, Mama Bear Claw. Hi, thank you. That is so true. Everyone in the same boat, going through different storms. Exactly, and that's what I've been saying. But yet, others don't want to agree. And then I'm not trying to be male chauvinist, but there are men and there are some women that are very, I'll say, stubborn, because the word I want to use is way too strong, and I think people get offended when I say that. So I just feel that each of us, everyone, even the beautiful creatures that are here on Mother Earth, they also can be stubborn. They can also teach you to be stubborn, or it comes natural, or it just didn't meant to be that way. But honestly, when you're trying to give information the right way, and sometimes others don't understand, so there's no need to get aggressive if they don't understand, and that you want them to understand. But sometimes even with the spirit can also scare us. You want to many times myself have to step back, because I can feel the spirits that roam Mother Earth, and sometimes they're not meant to be here, and they want to be above with the Creator. So I try hard to help them. My husband gets mad, and I said, no, I have to go barefoot and I need to stand here and put my feet down and help, because there is a bad spirit around this earth and we got to continue. A lot of my relatives do. We do try to help. I just lost 4 more viewers because I said that. But sometimes it's okay, you know? I guess maybe I speak too strong as a woman. Chief Thunderclap. I do know, and he's not a chief no more. And his name is Thunderclap. But I know that he's a Lotoka. Ine no Kuaine Stakwa. He's about 102. And there's many, I've heard many stories from him too. He says many are blind. They don't care to listen, but bear their own mouth. All right, Marcy. Many blessings. Thank you for stopping and watching. And there is 4 different languages read, not 2, 4. 3 or 2? No, there's 4 for that clan tribal. Yes, there's 4. Dogman, it depends on, because there are some that are silent and they will not speak or make sound. We say those are those who stand before the Satangas or any human form to like guard red. Off the topic, what do you elders think about scientists creating, you know, my opinion on that is I don't agree. But again, we elders say that, and the older elders from me, that I get more information and I speak and I tell them, well, this is what they tell me, and they want to ask, and they say, well, you know, certain things you can speak of. Many times it has been addressed that scientists like to create and they shouldn't. So American scientists do many things they shouldn't be doing. Dance Roger. Thank you, Robin, for stopping by. Don't say, Nicole. I saw where they say scientists created animals. I didn't know if that was true or not. Many scientists have made many things. They try to make hybrid. They're trying to do other things. Try to mix blood with a different creature, and when they kill one, they try to. And yes, the many scientists work with the government. I will say that. Yes, and I agree. They do need to stop because they're trying to get more into these well-known creatures that some are not aggressive and some are not. Some are, but they will try to track. And this is why you see many helicopters and planes flying over in the woods, in the forests, the mountains. People like the government use drones. What do you say? Drones. But they do hide for them. And it is important that they try not to get them. The creatures fight every time. But when you're using firearm, how are they going to shoot back the creatures? So they jump to the tree or they jump into there's a hole, they'll jump into it. I think they're going way out of their league and doing many things. Yes, I agree. Trying to do hunting grounds is not. But again, many people still don't listen, don't understand, and then they want to bring harm to a Satanga and a dogman. And when they're out there, and I understand everyone carries a firearm, I don't. That is their prerogative if they want to carry a firearm, but you know what? They can smell it before you even get in the woods. They say we carry a firearm because we know you're going to try to hurt us. Again, researchers and scientists have made many false documentation saying that, oh, they took this little child, oh, they took this teenager. They plant many things so that human can have the idea of them. And then when it starts from one human hearing whatever, then it goes to the whole world of every human. So, but it's okay. And I understand you need protection. But let me ask every person that goes out and research or investigates the area, what is it that you feel that you need to pull out fast? Is it because of a bear or the entities, a spirit? You're going to shoot right through a spirit? It's funny. It's really funny that people to do that. And I ask, why do people want to bring harm? So, okay, let's see what Roger says. There are helicopters that flew over the area where I live in Kentucky several times a day for a whole week. They do many, many things. And this is what I don't understand. Um, because they're following. They also, too, it's like I've been saying, this this camera, from the satellite to all the government, they all know. Cell phones, the same thing. Do you know what I do? I put my phone down this way. But you know how you have windows right here? The same thing. This is what I do. Even the Sapangas my clans that I speak with, they tell me, higher people control where you are. I ask them all the time many questions. Help me feel the sight. Give me that image that I need to know so I can tell others to be protected. They say many people come with they say many people live high ground, no electricity. They said they seen generators, many generators around. But people forget when you live off the grid too, government still sees. Because they can see right off the satellite. They can see through your home. They can tell how much energy your body's giving out. That can head count. Head count. Just like how many people use the night vision to see what is there on Mother Earth. Oh, it's okay, CP. We understand. But I will say this. Many of us have to really, really understand how we want to speak, how we want to try to understand more and more of my dad always carried a gun. I hated it. It would make me, he would make me shoot. Or I would. What? Would make him happy. We live differently than others around us. We even had a garden, chickens, and rabbits. Now, where we lived, we had chickens, we had cattle, we have horses. A lot of coyotes and would come across the creek to come and get our what little we had of chickens. Um, that's how we got our eggs. And then slowly by little, we have to sell so we can eat. And to this day, I have not seen my horse, Toby. I'm sure he's gone with the Creator. But a lot of part of me says it's okay. Things will be better. But many people, many people still too, to this day, have a hard time. Hi, Red, for joining and also sharing. We both outside the tub. Many people raised different. You're raised in the farm, res, the city life. country life, all different. Well, everyone, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut off here because I do have some things I need to do. I do appreciate everyone understanding. I wasn't trying to attack anyone, but I'm going to speak my piece here and let everybody know. Because I will protect the Saptangas and the Dogman. Even if it has to be with the other cryptids. There are many different swamp creatures. And we have to live among with them all. And we don't want to battle. We want to live comfortable with them. We want, even many people don't understand what I'm about, who I am, or what I have investigated. You know, doing this for 50 plus some years, dancing in powwow, doing the investigation, doing all this research as I got older. It taught me many things. It taught me not to be selfish. It taught me to love. It taught me how to understand nature. And it also taught me that there are more creatures out there that are evil, but they need help. So I do wish everyone a blissful day. Take care of yourself. Remember to love yourself. It's very important that you do. You know, other people don't have that secure of faith or love. And it's good to share sometimes. So I give my love to you all. I'm Elder Medicine Bear Claw. You have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Hi, hi. Thank you, CP.